Sean Brady, he does not want to fight Jack Della Maddalena. I don't know why. It could be maybe the distance is too much for him. He doesn't want to go all the way to Sydney just to fight a guy that lives in that area, is going to be the home crowd favorite. Those all could be the reasons, but let's be honest. You just got knocked out by a guy that has 0 finishes by knockout in the UFC. I think that was his first one ever, if we're being quite honest there. You just got knocked out by him. You got to go down in the rankings. And I'm going to be honest, Jack Della Maddalena had a pretty bad performance against Basil Hafez in his last fight. It seems like a no-brainer for you, Sean Brady, to get you right on track, beat a guy in his home country with the wrestling, with the grappling. You have the perfect style to do so after Basil Hafez's performance, but he says, nope. I want Neil Magny. I don't know why. We're going to check UFC rankings out really quick, because I believe Sean is at number 10. I could be wrong. I'm going to check right now. I believe he's at number 8/number 9, tied with Jeff Neal right there. And he wants to go just 2 spaces down to Neil Magny at number 11 instead of fighting number 13 in Jack Della Maddalena. I mean, you could, I guess. I don't think it'd be as hard or as easy of a fight. I think Jack Della Maddalena would be an easier fight for you, because Neil Magny has some pretty solid takedown defense, and I would say has better striking than you. But either way, I personally would go Sean Brady to win. I think he'd beat both Neil Magny by decision and Jack Della Maddalena by a close decision. But I still think I think he should take the Jack Della Maddalena fight, because there's no hype on Neil Magny. The man just got a close decision win over Phil Rowe in the UFC. Got finished by Shavkat, sure. But a guy that has some star power and star potential and a little bit of hype behind him is Jack Della Maddalena. Would you rather just fight another veteran? I mean, you got the Michael Chiesa one, you got the Bilal Muhammad fight. Now you want Neil Magny instead of going out and ruining his UFC 293 coming out party in his home country of Sydney, Australia. You wouldn't want to ruin that and build your name even more on a main card of a pay-per-view. You'd rather do a co-main event with Neil Magny? I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that, but maybe he has other reasons, like he doesn't have a visa or something. I don't know what the reason really is for Sean Brady. I think he wins either way. I just think the Jack Della Maddalena fight would probably do a lot more for you in the welterweight division, because let's take an example. Jeff Neal, coming off a submission loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov. What would be better for his career? To fight Michael Chiesa? Sure, he goes out there and knocks out Michael Chiesa round number 1. Okay? And is any casual fan going to be like, oh my gosh, this Jeff Neal guy is really, really good? No, they're not. He's number 12. That's the first part about this. But if he goes out and fights Ian Machado Gary like he is, which I think is a similar situation, giving Chiesa's 12, Machado's 14, Neil Magny's 11, Della Maddalena is 13. This is like the same rankings-wise situation with a veteran and a prospect, the veteran above them in the rankings and the prospect below them. Is Jeff Neal knocking out Michael Chiesa on the main card of UFC 292 going to be better for his career than going out there and spoiling Ian Machado Gary's being the next Irish superstar and going out there and starching Ian Machado Gary? What's better? What's going to make you more money? What's going to get you more fame, more notoriety? What's going to get you the bigger fights later on in your career? It's obviously going to be these up-and-comers. I know these guys like to just fight the other veterans that are good fights. I'm not denying a Neil Magny Sean Brady wouldn't be that good of a fight. I think that's a decent fight. I think Jack Della Maddalena is a decent fight. I don't think either's that much better than the other. But if you're gonna choose Sean Brady, take the Jack Della Maddalena fight. It'll do a lot more for you. The man is currently on, if I can check right now, what is he on a win streak right now? 15 wins in a row. 15 wins in a row. How many is Neil Magny on? 1. Is there any hype on Neil right now? If you beat Neil, cool. Nobody's going to give a shit. Like, honestly, if you beat Jack Della Maddalena, you submit him with a rear naked. You dominate him 30-26, 30-27. Even if you just barely beat him on the scorecards by a 29-28 decision, there's going to be hype on your name now. They're going to quickly, I don't think everybody will, but some people are going to quickly forget that you got knocked out by Bilal Muhammad. I'm just saying. So Sean Brady, if you're watching this, I know maybe you have more reasons that I don't know about, which I'm sure there might be. But Sean Brady, let's step aside from here. Let's not call out Neil Magny. Let's get our visa ready. Let's get our passport ready. Let's start packing our bags and let's go to UFC 293. Australia, I mean, Sean Strickland saying their fight might not happen with Adesanya. Be on that card. That card's going to sell out very, very fast. It's going to have a lot of eyeballs on it. If you beat their hometown guy, there's huge implications for you. Beating Neil Magny on a UFC Apex main event or co-main event. Whoa! No, come on, Brady. Listen to me here. I know I'm just some random dude on the internet, but I think this would be a lot better for you. All right. Thank you for listening, Brady. If you're watching, if you're not watching, well, I just did all that for nothing. You're not even going to hear the message, and maybe you will fight Neil Magny. Maybe you beat Neil Magny. You could have beat Jack Della. You could have beat Jack Della. I'm just saying.